Well, hello everyone, I am Sacred, heartily welcome to you all, and thank you all for joining me in our Hearts of Iron 4 Veteran Series as Vladimirovich Putin in the Red World mod. So, in the last episode you could vote on the fate of the United States of America. You had two choices. Either that I should vassalize them as soon as possible, or that I should wait until they grow and strike then. And I have to say that the poll was a really close call. 97 people, or 50%, voted for vassalizing them as soon as possible, while 95 people, or 49%, voted for waiting us until they grow. Then I had a second poll on Stropol as well, and this was a really close call too, so good to see that they always get a similar vote. 23 people voted for us waiting until they grow and strike then, and 22 people voted for also letting them as soon as possible, so it's 51% for waiting and 49% for vassalizing here. Since we had 4 times the votes, I have to take this poll as a primary one. But the thing is that the margin is so long that I'm sure most of you will be okay with us waiting a bit more, with having that back in mind, but with focusing on the European theater first. I think that's what Putin would do as well. Let's get straight into the game. Alright, so then it's actually, I have to say something. I actually played the game, yeah. But then I, lost my save game. I didn't lose it, but I played it and then I turned a fascist. So I recorded an entire session when I was fascist. And this is unacceptable since 80% of you voted me to go monarchists as Tsar Putin. So I have to hold my word, and what I have done is I applied all the way to the same date where we were in the last episode. I did the same. Was only one thing changed, and the thing is only that, Yugoslavia, that Albania decided to take a part of Yugoslavia, but we're gonna take it back anyways when we become monarchists. So that's the only thing. I hope that you will keep watching, but our side, kind of nothing changed since we are in the same point of the game. So, but before I turn fascist, I want to do is my last war. My last wars in Europe. Basically, here, what's different here is I'm gonna explain you when we get into the game. But the difference is that I stockpiled up an insane amount of equipment. But I didn't train any other units except a Soviet border guard, which you all get to know right now. Soviet border guard, SVG, I'll call it. Let's load the game. It's, here we go, 1st of February 2003, so the same date like the last episode. Everything is the same, just Albania decided to take Kosovo, but since Kosovo was a part of Yugoslavia, I'm gonna take it back in the war with the Albanians. There we go, let's continue the game. Alright, so how you can see the 30 nukes, but we have tons of equipment in storage, around 221,000 infantry equipment. That's an insane amount. I'd like the experience to, use it properly. I trained a Soviet border guard, how we can see here. So let's rename the infantry training unit to Soviet border guards. Alright, Soviet border guards, or SVG. There we go, that's also a border guard. I have 3 airborne divisions. Let's deploy them into Mongolia since I have some plans with them. Let's train then actually 7 more airborne brigades. And then I want to do a war, so the focus is ready for us to finally go and crown Putin as Tsar. So I would say it's time to crown Putin as Tsar after we did one more war, so we can go for the Krasnaya Army, which will, giving us only 5 XP is insanely low, that's like nothing. Alright, let's go for the Red Army. The Red Army needs improvements. Alright, now the war against the Swiss. We're gonna justify against them, conquer the Schweiz. They are not being guaranteed by anyone, so the war should go swiftly. They are like a nation there. without any allies, so therefore we're gonna take them swift and quick. Oh, I actually forgot since... Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna... Well, I could puppet them, but they would become communist. That's the problem, and not monarchist, as we wanted to. That's fine. I mean, do we care? Not really. They can do whatever they like. They will be puppeted, the Swiss people. I won't do any other wars, for example. I could... actually, the Spanish are monarchists, so they may join our faction. Look at that. And then we have... now, well, we could wage war against the Greek commune. But, alright, now you're gonna attack the Swiss to get some army experience. Call all allies, our army is ready already. And they're gonna strike, they are gonna stop training. Let's see how long the Swiss can resist. We are attacking them from all provinces. We should, yeah, we'll lead the game. What, it's 0%. Oh, it's, yeah, we have 100% war participation. The Swiss army is around 100,000 in the field, so that's quite a bit. Oh, what? Someone decided to nuke the Swiss, I think the French. Yeah, well, that's brutal, Alright, so I'm actually playing with a mod called Nuclear Destruction, and now a wasteland got created there. I'll stop nuking the Swiss, got them. What will happen in Switzerland? Oh. Well, things aren't looking good for the Swiss. I think they aren't even left. Oh, it still exists, it's a good thing. Yeah, I'm gonna puppet the Swiss. Yeah, puppet the Swiss. Puppet. There we go. Oh, what? Oh yeah, we puppet them? Yeah, we did. The Swiss People's Republic. There we go. But they don't have a flag. But they can be communist, I don't mind. They'll do that. Yeah, okay, it's a it's a wasteland? No, I don't know what's going on here. It says 0 of 25 annexed slots, so I think the nukes, yeah, that was quite brutal to say the least, but okay. So, we're gonna use our army first to conquer the Polish, I'd say. Yep, to take the Polish out. All the Polish, they are not that weak, they're quite strong. But we're gonna take them out. 58, 75, that's great. The sign there. That's my entire army. Now I can do some changes here. I have the Spetsnaz brigade, then I have the Guards tank division, so that's what I want. I'm gonna train massive amounts of the Guards tanks brigades. We're gonna have a highly mobile army. There we go. Alright, 10 divisions. Our army is moving out. I can modify the Putinske Divizia, adding actually more artillery. Let's add actually anti-air. And also let's add here Recon Company and a engineer company. There we go. Putinskaya Divizia. Left to, well, reinforce thoroughly. But we still have tons of equipment. We actually have actually like tanks. Look to that. Let's cancel the production of actually divisions. So that's gonna train there. They're gonna train there. That's fine. But my navy is just being developed here. We have 24 ships already, all of them being light cruisers, but I am producing actually more missile cruisers and actually more naval dockyards. How you can see, that's our plan. And after we finish the Red Army, the Krasnaya Armia, RKKA, I think on Russian it's Рабочая Крестьянская Красная Армия. Something like that, whatever. Then we're gonna train huge amounts of equipment and of units. Of course, I should even garrison the Yugoslavian state here. This will require many divisions to garrison. 34, alright. They're transporting, I guess. They're getting on their way. That's sweet. The first country to fall will be the Polish. So after 10 days, we are gonna crown Putin as Tsar. You voted on it, and Putin will be crowned as Tsar. Actually, in this episode you can choose on which continent we should focus first. Should we first focus on Europe, or on Asia, or on America, or on Africa? So Europe, America, Africa, or Asia. It's your call here and your choice. So Go sure to use your whoa effectively. Let's train more, yeah, cruisers. Try and better build more. Red army is finished. This means we're gonna crown Putin as Tsar. Monarchism has experienced a resurgence in recent years, especially with the Spanish royal family gaining absolute control over the country. But the Romanovs no longer have any legitimacy here, and our great leader Vladimir Putin needs no more checks and balances against him. Long live Vladimir IV, Vladimir IV. He's gonna survive the monarchist party, the monarchist, well, dominance in Russia. That's interesting. Let's get Alex Sadyakov as the chief of army. And then I'd say we could get an industrial concern or perhaps a tank designer. Let's get tank designer Morozov, tank design bureau. We're gonna, well, fight the Polish first, so let's get complete air supremacy above Poland, not drop out of Poland. Let's deploy wings of 200 planes each. Big 4 here, then also some planes here in Lvov. Alright, 2 wings in Lvov, and then 2 wings in Poliezy. Alright. And then I'm gonna deploy my attack planes. Also wings of 200 each. All in a designated province. There we go. And then more attack planes in Minsk. Attack in Minsk. Great, then let's deploy our entire bomber fleet here. Alright, it's not that big how you can see. And then more multi-role fighters. There we go. The Soviet Air Force is the strongest of all, of course it has to be. And the rest can stay in reserve. Now our entire Air Force is deploying around the Polish border. Well, why you may ask? Just for some peaceful purposes. So let's crown Putin as Tsar. Fighter wings will go active when war is imminent. So after Putin got crowned Tsar, we should change our name to the Russian Empire, I think. There we go, the GDR and the French left the faction immediately. And here, as the first Tsar and Tsarina of the Eurasian Empire, step down the steps and onto the velvet carpet laid out in front of them. Hundreds standing at either side fell silent. The sheer presence of 2 people who are now the most powerful on the planet created an atmosphere of awe, possibly not seen since the era of Stalin. Instead of following the path of communism, Chairman Vladimir Putin has now been crowned Vladimir IV of Eurasia, an empire that shall last at least for 1,000 years. The Eurasian Empire. Now we'll be the Tsar of all Eurasians. The last emperors of this land governed Russians, but our Tsar Vladimir is the Tsar of all Eurasians from west to east. Actually, oh, what Albania left our faction, the Dutch left, the Italians left, Hungarians left, the Belgians left, the Bulgarians left, the Afghans left, the Czechs left, the Luxembourgians left, the Romanians left, the Polish left. That's quite a bit. Actually, since I'm gonna change the poll in this video, it will be, we are called the Eurasian Empire. So, you all voted that we should annex all Slavic countries and vassalize the rest. So, you'll have the choice now of keeping that, the choice. So, yes, you keep the choice, or actually, if we should annex all European and all Asian countries, since we are called the Eurasian Empire, and puppet the rest. So, countries who aren't in Asia or in Europe. So that's your call. So, either doing that or maintaining our first path. It's yours to decide. Decide wise, decide well. In the meanwhile, I'll do some heavy militarization in the Eurasian Empire. Alright. Especially in Stalingrad, across here. Let's connect these steps. I have 17 experience. I can use that. Certainly I can. Sapinska Divizia. Let's add more mountaineers. There we go. And then technology, let's get out of time, so let's get some ceramic body armor. And get even more. Let's look at 3 it's producing. Vladivostok. We have the airborne brigades they're gonna assign to our airborne army here and train. While, well, the Poles, we are befriending India. Let's justify already against the Polish, we're gonna capture them in this very episode. Tell our air force to go active already in the region. To go active, you go in western Poland. You into our majority of our plants in the western Poland. Well, the Poles are gonna get dominated, but we aren't going to out Ethiopia wage a war. Let's declare war actually, look to that, that's quite interesting. I declared war on Djibouti. I think, yeah, this Djibouti against large Ethiopia, I think the, well, fight is quite clear here of the country, so rest in peace Djibouti. Let's get the carrier, actually better carriers. It's taking 508 days, but fine, 508 days, it's too much, I'm sorry. Instead I'm just going to improve our red dot site, our army in general. 508 days, that's quite a bit. Let's finish the production of those. Actually cancel that straight away and then get the circular force producing in our huge empire. We'll have the strongest, the biggest navy of all, the biggest navy in the entire world. That's my promise to you. The Eurasian Navy will rule the waves. Kelly will rule the waves. Alright, so the justification against the Polish is going well, we have it already. I'm just gonna wait. Oh look, Vladimir IV, Tsar Vladimir, we are monarchists. House of Putin, it's called House of Putin. Yeah, Putin being Tsar. Let's do the Dukes of Scandinavia. Scandinavian monarchists have been pushing for more royal power in their respective nations for years. Maybe Tsar Vladimir would be willing to lend a hand. Yeah, we would be. Now we're gonna lend a hand to the Polish and destroy them. We should just conquer them swiftly, I would say. Yeah. Russian Blitzkrieg, it could be called, to say the least. Oh, well, the Ethiopians just put up their party in power there, that's interesting. Truly a Blitzkrieg, the Polish being just obliterated by the might of the Putinian army. That's how good we are, nothing can stop us, just advancing day after day through the Polish cities and provinces. And don't forget, since they are Slavic, their fight is sealed already. Their fight will result in absolute annexation. Let's first do historical and annex the former lands of the Russian Empire, then our country would look like this. But now we're gonna annex Krakow, Silesia, Eastern Prussia, and the Prussian parts, and then Poznan. There we go. So, fight of Poland is sealed for once and for all. Rest in peace. Well, there are more Slavic countries, especially Czechoslovakia, so we're gonna take the Czechs as well. There we go. Go through to vote, but by the way, you can vote in the description and in the video as well. So we have 3 factories, that's a good thing. What I can get perhaps is, let's get more artillery. Always good to have more artillery. More artillery, well, that's quite a bit. So then let's also get more watts, more tanks, more T90 MS main battle tanks. I think it's actually time to maybe get more civilian factories as well, I'm not sure. Let's keep, let's still continue with our path of absolute militarization, that's for sure. So, we need tungsten. Well, tungsten we can get from the Indians. I'd really like to see an Indian-Chinese war, that would be great, wouldn't it be? Oh, that's out of date, so what we can do is do some organization here and get the naval ships up down there. Alright, there we go. So we could get a cabinet minister Well, Dmitry Medvedev. I'd like to get Vladimir Rычkov, but Dmitry Medvedev is a, well, friend of Putin. But still, let's get here. Is he still? Yeah, I mean, we have to get him. He's a friend of Putin, so let's get Dmitry Medvedev into the cabinet of the Eurasian Empire. He's a close friend of Putin, so we have to, well, thank him for his service. So the plan is out of time. Let's go ahead and get red laser sights. So this is my last wave of, well, let's actually finish that here. That wave is gonna take lots of time anyways. Alright, like that. After that, I think I'm gonna build some research centers. It's 1% per research center, so that's in the long term really worth it. So let's build it in Bryansk, Yaroslavl. Actually, let's build it in Stalingrad and in our capital. We can't, so let's build it instead in the Stalingrad, fine. Stalingrad and Yaroslavl. Actually in Riga. Why not? So in Kurzian. I think it's Vigen. There we go. Research center. There you can see. Don't say we aren't only taking care of our countries. The Kingdom of Sweden declared war on Sweden. The Kingdom of Norway declared war on Norway. So there's a civil war ongoing. Oh well, who caused that? Well, I'd like to know who caused the civil war. Well, we cannot invite into our faction, but we can. What we can do is we can send, well, 3 volunteers. Let's send volunteers to the Kingdom of Sweden, shall we? Yeah. Let's send these mechanized brigades, because they are often better than the tank ones. Let's actually compare the stats. Specialist Brigade, yeah, it has attack of 316 on 32. Yeah, the Guards tank is way better, never mind, so we'll send the Guards, tanks, brigades into the country. So then let's separate the tanks out here, there we go, 3 for them. And then we have just 1 tank, here, there we go, 2 tanks, that's at least something. That's it, yeah, so I have to do a mix things up. Let's send the Spetsnaz as well low, there we go, 1 each, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Then we do like this, 2, 3, we need 1 more, that's fine. Let's send the 10th Spetsnaz Brigades. Now here, send volunteers into Boris, not him. Here it will be led by whom? Led by Leonid Galivin. Leonid Galivin, send him into Sweden. And into Norway we are gonna send the army led by Viktor Ivanikov. They allowed us, thank you. Appreciate it, Norway. Alright, now what the Kingdom of Denmark declared war on the Danish Socialist Republic. Well, that's interesting. We have to help the Danish as well. I can decide here on either going for cheaper production or for staying ahead. Well, that's both. Actually, I just got in mind that I should maybe get some boosts here. Let's go for never mind. Cheaper production. There we go. Who needs more advanced weaponry if you have double weapons? Indeed. The Kingdom of Denmark against the Danish Socialist Republic. Well, we're gonna help them and send them the army controlled by the General Viktor Ivanikov. Never mind, who is it? It's, I think... No, it's Ivan Kutiatin. Alright. Kingdom of Denmark, send volunteers. Kind of can't send them, can I? Yeah. Oh, I can only send 1 division. Well, that's sad. Let's send 1 tank brigade then. Led by Ivan Kutiakin. Alright, send volunteers. So yeah, let's try to help them. They can't in transfer, that's fine. It's free right. Let's say they're gonna capture Oslo, and then I think the Norwegians should win the war. It's free right as well. Let's just crush the Swedish troops here. Capturing Malmo, they're just retreating unit after unit. What's happening? They completely just retreat. Left went quite quick, we captured Oslo. What else do we have to capture? I guess Narvik. Oh, really, Narvik. Well, let's capture all of their provinces while they're just fighting back instantly. What's going on? Here, you're gonna just march into Narvik and you're just gonna capture their provinces here. Graf as well, so he's gonna try to cross the Straits. We capture Karlskrona. I think the Kingdom of Sweden should win the war, led by Karl XV's Gustav. The battle for Norway will begin. I mean, the battle for Stockholm, the battle for Norway is already won. You know, just march through provinces. I don't mind. If there are some provinces that they capture, they can keep it. They're trying to cross the Straits to Ardensee. Let's see if we can. We are well attacking. There we go, we crossed into Ardensee. Now let's go to Copenhagen or while the retreats. Then if they are, well, quite resistant, to say the least. There we go, let's get rid of this one division there. It's in the mountains, so we can just bypass that. After we capture Narvik, the war should be over, I think. Because they control nothing then. There we go, Narvik, their capital fall, and now the King of Norway win the civil war. I mean, really, it's still going on. They have nothing left. Is that a joke? It's gonna seem like a joke. But I have no choice, so we captured Stockholm, but they cut us from our supplies. What's the Palawan Republic? Let's say yes, join. I guess they are monarchies, so that's why they accepted. That's why I wanted to join. Cross the Strait, now let's try to cross into this province, that's working well. Well, with Norway it's not working that well, since the Norwegians, they are quite... they aren't surrendering, I don't know why, they control nothing. Maybe some victory points somewhere, I don't know really, I have no idea. If we see Norwegians, do they control anything? And they have no factories, but they still won't surrender. Let's just do it easy. Decided to this front, just tell them to capture Lulea. Just to march through the country. There we go. I really can't attack them there, so we can just ensure them being encircled and just capture some more provinces. As we will have to, I think. Yeah. It's quite weird though that they won't surrender. Maybe go down and capture these provinces there. Perhaps. Oh, we can. Oh, he's losing organization day after day. Well, that's interesting. Now we got people production. Now we could do infantry weapons program. Yeah, let's do that. An infantry weapons program will do many great things for the advancement of the Red Army's capabilities. Oh, the battle for Copenhagen will soon begin. That's for sure. I have no idea why the war is still going on. Or whatever. We are attacking them, advancing into Sweden. Well, at one point I simply even won't care. But then if they have 10 divisions, but they only control Copenhagen, still they have a strong enough, so without our help I think the Swedish will be doomed. I think we can't really take them. So you know what, I'm gonna declare war on the Czechs. All I can do is build some more, well, research centers throughout the country. Let's build them here in the Russian states, of course. This will help us then get going with the mass assault doctrine. And here, that's out of time, so not that. Let's get the air doctrine, let's get strategic level support actually. We can tell our planes to stop being active in that region. Because, well, we annexed Poland into the Slavic Union. into the Eurasian Empire, since we are a Tsar. Putin is the Tsar of all Eurasians, don't forget that. Supreme leader. Now I'd say time to pacify against the Czechs and do the last war of this episode. Of this series, of this episode, yeah. The next episode, well, you're gonna vote if we should maintain our policy of annexing our Slavic countries and puppeting the rest, or of annexing all European and Asian countries, since we are called the Eurasian Empire. That's your choice. And look at that, the heart of Putin has already 16% of the votes. It's not great. What I can get here is perhaps an aircraft designer for light aircraft, that's what I have. And also, let's actually increase our automated conscription. 2.7 million. Well, they only control Copenhagen, but we kind of can't take it, since that's simply too securely held by them. Okay, well, the Swedes, they're left for their own to finish the civil war. What I'll do is I'm gonna attack war on the Czechs, declare war, call allies, and then tell our army to advance and attack. We don't need to use our airplane, I think, in this sector. Should win it one way or the other. Well, we could use it, but for the time, let's actually see how it looks like if we use our airplane. Well, you know, getting experience is always good to have, so let's use our airplane against the Czechs. There we go, we are advancing really swift and quick through the country. Kind of unopposed. I'd say, let's get even more weapons. More weapons. We should never lack any weapons. So, there will be no more Czechoslovakia. There we go, we're gonna annex all of the states. First Slovakia, and then Czech state, and then the Sudetenland. Now welcome back to the Slavic Eurasian Empire. Well, now I'm gonna finish my episode, so thank you all for watching me. Don't forget to vote. Go sure to check out my ref links on Amazon G2A and on Patreon. If you just buy something, go sure to buy it from there. Thank you anyways, and go sure to like and subscribe, and check out my other content. I'm Sacred, and then I'll have a good day to you all, and see you next time. Goodbye.